EA Sports. It's in the game. Should we short some EA? Maybe we should wait and see what we should be doing here. And who can buy EA? So Amazon wants to be in video games. Is that it? I don't think they're gonna buy EA though. And plus, I don't think the FTC would appreciate that. Not that the FTC matters; they're a bunch of idiots. But they probably would not like consolidation in the video game space. No, I've never thought about buying information from an insider of a company I invest in. That's like 100% illegal. I know some of you guys think I'm like some inveterate criminal, but I'm not. That would be so beyond stupid, it's not even funny. I've never insider traded in my life, actually, and I wouldn't be afraid to admit it if I did. But insider trading to me seems really dumb because like you're sort of cheating. And what's the point of playing a game if you're gonna cheat? The point of playing a game is you can see if you're any good at it and try to get better at it, right? All right. Let's look at EA. Q1 fiscal 23 for EA 6/30/22. I love my fans, by the way. And I love my haters too. Without haters, I would have no reason to work. So keep up hating, please. I would just be retired and playing video games. The haters are my fuel. They give me the fuel for the fire. The fire. Alright, so EA is growing again. They're kind of a shitty company for a while. Back in the sort of Madden days. I mean, it's still Madden days, but I actually wanted to buy the new Madden game. So $7 billion in revenue. What are we paying for that? Here's the income statement. What a business. Video game business is so profitable. Insane, huh? I love video games. I just don't have the time to play them. You know, I'd play video games all day long if I could. When I was a kid, that was like my game plan. If you told like 10-year-old Martin that you could make money playing video games and streaming them, I would have become a professional video game player. But my sense of duty to the world is a little too strong for maybe just sense of achievement, or I don't know. I just can't do it. It seems like it's too much of a waste of time. You ever gonna donate again? I don't really care if you guys donate or not. You're welcome to. It just funds my social media team so that if you do donate, then I can hire more people to do more videos, to do more editing, things like that. Right now, I think I lose money on social media, but I think eventually I'm not trying to make money on social media, but I'm happy to break even and fund more crazy things. I'm happy to go out of pocket too, but it's good to have some cash flow so I can have a producer and a video editor and all that stuff that comes with having social media. Translator would be fun too. Make some videos in Chinese. Maybe I'll learn how to speak. Let's see. Welcome, translator. Let's start with English. Welcome to the Shkreli YouTube. Okay. We'll translate that into Hindi.
शक्रेली यूट्यूब में आपका स्वागत है। शक्रेली यूट्यूब में आपका स्वागत है।
Okay. Shkreli YouTube mien pakasvatige. Okay.
欢迎来到 Shkreli YouTube。
欢迎来到 Shkreli YouTube. Welcome in off Shkreli YouTube.
Witaj na YouTube Shkreli.
Witaj na YouTube Shkreli. Wamu kelekil ku YouTube yi Shkreli.
Maligayang pagdating sa Shkreli YouTube.
Malanging ang pagdating sa Shkreli YouTube. Bienvenido al YouTube de Shkreli. Bienvenido al YouTube de Shkreli. Bem-vindo ao YouTube Shkreli.
Bem-vindo ao YouTube Shkreli.
Bem-vindo ao YouTube Shkreli. Benvenuto su Shkreli YouTube. Bienvenue sur le YouTube Shkreli. Welcome up the YouTube Shkreli. Shkreli YouTube. Välkommen till Shkreli YouTube. Dobrodošli
na Shkreli YouTube. Dobrodošli na Shkreli YouTube.
You know what?
칠리 유튜브에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
Dang, some of these are pretty tricky. Dobre. Last but not least,
مرحبا بكم في شكريلي يوتيوب.
marhaban bikum fi Shkreli YouTube. Alright, so I'll learn all those. Learn how to say those a little bit stronger, a little bit better later. Let's keep looking at electronic arts. Okay, yeah, we looked at the income statement real quick. They have some GAAP, non-GAAP differences. That's fine. Let's look at the... Okay, so it's 281 million shares outstanding. So it's a $38 billion company. That makes it one of the larger players. It used to be the largest player, actually, but Activision is now almost double the size. Nintendo's bigger. Tencent's way, way bigger, and Microsoft's bigger. Even Epic Games, which is private, is about the same size. It's still bigger than Take-Two, Roblox, Unity, and some other companies. But in general, EA is not the 800-pound gorilla it used to be. All right, cash. Let's add that up real quick. Looks like there's two cash lines here, 2082 and 334, so 2.4 billion cash. Any debt? Yeah, 1878. One debt line. So basically no net cash. So it's roughly a $37 billion company. All right. So for $37 billion, what should they be making? At least $1 billion a year, right? Let's see. Well, they didn't make any cash flow for this quarter, but that's sometimes normal things. Let's see. Model net income. Well, maybe we'll get the cash flow from the 10Q. Oh, here's some interesting things here. Gap. Well, let's see. So 1767, 1826, 1789, 1825. This is GAAP gross profit, which is a little bit different. It's very weird and difficult to necessarily do accounting for video games based on those microtransactions and other issues. So here's the cash flow. Operating cash flow trailing 12 months. Yeah, it's pretty healthy actually. It's closer to 2 billion, which is really kind of looks cheap actually. And if Amazon was considering a bid, maybe other companies would be too. This could be a good long actually. In some ways, you think it will. If there's no acquisition, it might drop back down, but that's not always the case. Obviously, it's hard for them to get acquired, like Tencent, Microsoft, Amazon, maybe Apple. Like, who could really buy them? Google. I don't think Adobe wants to get into their clients' business, but that could be an option. Private equity? Private equity could buy it. You know, I'm going to buy just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit.
Order filled.
It's remarkably cheap. I used to follow this industry really closely, so I don't suggest you trade the way I just decided to take a little quick nibble, but we'll talk about that later. But I know this company like the back of my hand, or at least I knew it like the back of my hand. I don't know it like I used to because I was in prison. In case you didn't hear. So I'm pulling out the amortization of intangibles. Yeah, they're growing again, which is really impressive. Because the franchises they had were so tired. I mean, how many Maddens can you put out and expect to be profitable on? We have some 12-month data here, which I wouldn't mind jotting down too. Right, so this is 331.22, 331.21. Might as well just do this. Minus whale. Okay, so let's see, we'll put cash flow in a minute. But yeah, revenue growth is 24% last year. That's pretty strong. So I guess the street probably thinks that's gonna moderate or whatever. Depends on their release schedule and stuff like that. But I'd like to see what some of their new franchises are. I would imagine Madden is still got to be the bulk of the business, but live services, that's amazing. That's what's driving the business, all micro transactions that we all love. Let me look at the year prior to. Okay, there's a lot less growth here. Maybe that has some new strategy that's working. Okay, some wild tax situation. We have to adjust that at some point. It's not like they were shrinking. And let's see if we can go back a year or more, a couple more years. Good morning to everybody, especially my cat Trashy if she's awake. She's probably not awake because she's a little beast. She's a little furry beast. One of my friends wants me to get a new cat. She even showed me a gray cat to replace Trashy, to be Trashy 2. I don't know. I feel bad for Trashy if I get a new cat. But Trashy's with my dad now. She don't need me anymore. Pretty solid growth from EA over the last 4 years. Okay, there's the shrinker. The shrinking EA I'm more used to. The shitty EA. EA was a dog way back when. A real dog. Roof. Not in a good way. Didn't have that dog in him. -4%. Okay, my guess is they probably had another down year over year. 2018. No, they grew a little. Reminiscing a little bit about the old days of EA. So they're saying they're going to do 7.5 billion or 7.8, I think. So look at that number again, but pretty good. All right, let's take a look at some of their franchises. Battlefield. Oh, I remember Battlefield. This was a dog. Remember on Wall Street, looking at these video games is a little bit different from looking at the way you might look them as a player. So we got FIFA, which is pretty big. Madden. What the heck is this? It used to be Need for Speed. I guess it's Formula 1. Did they kill Need for Speed? Is this now the new, or is that still a franchise? Battlefield, Apex Legends. I've heard of Apex Legends. I gotta try that out. And The Sims. The Sims is an old. A lot of these are old assets, right? I mean, Formula 1 seems new, but all these are. And Apex Legends is new, but all these are old assets. It's not good when you have Madden 22 as your other next best game. What is this? Grid Legends? Is that what it says? Grid Legends. NHL, pretty minor franchise. I used to get the game unit numbers. I guess I have to start doing that again. Lost in Random. Mass Effect, another old game. It Takes Two. It's funny because that's the name of their rival. Take Two. Medal of Honor. Try to do their own Call of Duty, basically. And there's Need for Speed. Need for Speed really got became unpopular. Star Wars Squadrons. I always wanted to play that. Madden 21. Man, they don't put out a lot of stuff. UFC 4, Rocket Arena, Command and Conquer. Man, tough slate for EA. How are they growing? They must be killing it at Madden and FIFA. There used to be some fun websites you could go to. There still, I'm sure, are for reviews, for... Yeah, this is all they've got for the new console. Just basically the franchises we already know, so it's basically all EA Sports. It's funny because I don't see an NBA game here either. I'm guessing that's coming. Hopefully it's coming. Although 2K, right, has kind of killed their live franchise. It used to be live. I guess 2K has kind of just demolished them. Nobody plays... did they stop making live? They may have stopped making it. I don't even see it. There's Live 19. Is that the latest NBA Live? Yeah, sad. Oh, there's 20. NBA Jam. Yeah, latest release 2020. So they stopped making, or NBA Live 19 was the latest release. So indefinite hiatus. Oof. That's when you really when you got owned. That's really interesting. Yeah, EA. Well, whatever. AMC keeps dropping. Sega's dropping. Sega will be below 15 soon. I almost feel like I want to short more Sega. Now that it's working, you know? Like, once you take the pain on a short and it starts working, you should short more as it drops, but, you know, that's a whole other story. I'm getting a Trashy report here. Let's see. Trashy is awake, and she is listening. I love you, Trashy. I love you. I love you. I love you, Zupo. Even my mom likes Trashy. And if you knew my mom, that's saying a lot. Okay. So let's the best site for information on stocks is SEC.gov, because you get the SEC filings. That's pretty much all you need to invest. Every single publicly traded company has to report their earnings on SEC.gov. This is called the balance sheet. It tells you what the balances of the company's accounts are. Cash is an account, accounts receivable. If you ever took an accounting class, this is what accounting is. You're looking at accounts. There's lots of accounts. There's assets and liabilities kind of broadly. Shareholders' equity. Okay, all these add up. It's good to check the balance sheet balances. And now we have cash flow. So our model net income and reported net income are pretty different here. that has to do with something called gap accounting. Well, they're not that different actually, 350 versus 311. But you can see that in Q1, a lot of companies have negative cash flow. Oh, this is all working capital. Whatever. Cool. So they actually lost 78 million in Q1, but that's typical because in Q1 you often kind of have reversals from Q4. It all evens out at the end, so it doesn't surprise me much. Funny they pay a dividend. You know, these are really media companies in many ways, right? Video game companies are just media companies. Okay, let's see if there's any other goodies in the 10Q. So happy my P&L is at an all-time high. Sometimes when you're trading and you're losing money, you don't even want to see it. And sometimes you focus on it too much. It's good not to look at the P&L all day. That can end up, my friend used to say, instead of trading to make P&L, the P&L trades you. You start reacting to your gains and losses, and that's a really, you know, if that's happening, you're probably leveraged too much. Yeah, so they break down full game downloads versus packaged goods, and then live services. So live services, extra content basically, subscriptions, advertising, and licensing. So let's look at console. This is kind of neat. They're really the console kings in a lot of ways, right? Console, 1042, PC, and mobile. They're still console guys. Although you can see the growth is coming from PC and mobile. And mobile especially is up 50%. So their EA mobile games are doing well, but the console looks to be pretty sluggish actually. Let's see. So this thing, you can actually break down full game into download versus packaged goods. This is relevant for EA. I'm not for EA, it's actually relevant for GameStop, right? Because you can see that people are still buying the packaged games. In fact, packaged games grew faster than downloads. That's kind of funny. Everyone says, oh, you know, it's a dead thing to buy a packaged game in a store. Well, not for EA. And they're one of the biggest makers of video games, so maybe GameStop isn't going to die. I should probably buy some GameStop. Just for the lulz. Just for the lulz and the memes. What do you guys think? Shkreli long GameStop. GameStop up 10%. I have a GameStop model. What's up, Hashim? Big man Hash. Want me to zoom in? Alright, fuck it, let's go. It looks like it's dropping, by the way, but should we fucking just say, fuck it, let's do one for the... Let's do one for all Wall Street Bets, all time's sake? For old time's sake? We are long GameStop. Fuck it. Fuck it. Thank you, thank you. Want to try Quantrinsic again. Maybe we can merge. Do some shit. Take over the world. Once again. Once again? Alright, so there's nothing too interesting in the 10Q for EA. Here's the 10K. That might be interesting. Quanto S, cool. It's a good name, actually. Oh, police are here. God damn it. Hello? Hello? Yep, Shkreli 87850-053. Thank you. Police! Freeze! I don't think anybody can read this, so... Alright. Have a good one, Hash. Hash? The Hasher? It's crazy how these live services are doing so well. Unbelievable, really. Global leader in digital interactive entertainment. We develop, market, publish, and deliver games, content, and services. At our core is a portfolio of IP from which we create innovative games, content that enables us to build ongoing and meaningful relationships with players. Our portfolio includes brands that we either wholly own, like Apex Legends, Battlefield, or Sims, or license from others, such as Madden and Star Wars. To grow our core business, we are focusing on innovation and new experiences for our franchises, building ongoing, profitable, and predictable revenue streams through live services, including our mobile business, and reaching more players whenever and wherever they want to play. We develop and publish games and services across diverse genres, such as sports, racing, first-person shooter, action, role-playing, and simulation. We believe that our portfolio of live services offering use of multiple business models and distribution channels, and a network of hundreds of millions of unique active accounts, provide us with strategic advantages. These advantages include the opportunity to engage an increasing number of players across more distribution channels and geographies, and dependable sources of revenue for our annualized sports franchises. Our console, PC, and mobile catalog titles, and our live services. Launching Apex Legends, one of the most successful ongoing franchises in our industry? What? The heck? Free-to-play Battle Royale hero shooter game. Look at how this guy holds his controller. Bizarre, huh? Anybody know somebody who holds a controller like that? Doesn't that seem weird?
It's pretty good.
Nice graphics. Kind of cartoony, I guess.
I don't know where that Octane came from.
I don't see how different it really is from other FPSs. Looks like a little more futuristic than Call of Duty, but... No, it's not an Overwatch clone. This is a bona fide FPS. Why do you have to hold it like that? I've played FPSs for a long time. I don't hold it like that. Yeah, there's not much to do new in FPSs, that's for sure. Okay. Well, it looks like an interesting game. Maybe we'll play it later if I have some time. But it's interesting they say it's one of the most successful ongoing franchises in our industry, expanding the ways in which players can engage with The Sims 4. Adding new modes for sports franchises and mergers and acquisitions, breadth of our portfolio, sources of recurring revenue, revenue from global football franchise, including the annualized console and PC game, which is consistently one of the best-selling games in the marketplace, as well as from FIFA Ultimate Team, is material to our business and will continue to be so. Global football franchise will transition to EAFC. Okay. Our most popular live services are the extra content purchased for Ultimate Team mode, associated with our sports franchises. Huh. And extra content for Apex Legends. Ultimate Team allows players to collect current and former professional players in order to build and compete as a personalized team. Live services net revenue generated from extra content purchased within Ultimate Team, a substantial portion of which was derived from FIFA Ultimate Team and Apex Legends. Ooh, that's interesting. So they're going to have to do this big transition. Ultimate Team revenue. Probably substantial portion. That's interesting. Let's see what's going on, if there are any big movers. Vaxitech. Firm Holdings is down a bit. OpenText, old software company, old friend. Automotive, GigaCloud. Danimer Scientific. AMTD, Via, Lyell. Oh, Lyell is that shitty company. Dell. CGen is down. Alright, let's see what's up. Farfetch, Everbridge, Tal, Applied Blockchain. Okay, nothing too crazy. Sumo Logic's kind of interesting. Let's see if there's anything on my watch list that's up or down. Cassava's up 10%. Huh. Can we short Cassava? 38% borrow rate. Oof. I don't know if I want to wade into that war just yet. What's the market cap? But it's still a big market cap, 1.2 billion. Yeah, Visa and MasterCard are pretty big companies. Sort of payment processors, fintech, I don't know. Take-Two is up in sympathy with EA. The rest of the market's kind of getting clobbered. I wonder why Cassava's up. Cassava's sort of a weird stock to begin with, right? I'm gonna check Twitter or something. Oh, there's insider buy. That's funny, Felix. I wouldn't quit your day job, right? Not bullish on cannabis. Thanks, Mike RSK. Appreciate that. Mobile. Apex Legends Mobile. That seems like a bad game. Acquired Glue Mobile. And Playdemic. not a macro guy. Golf Clash sounds fun. FIFA Mobile and FIFA Online. Marcella, that's interesting. Nexon. So make sure I don't have like some kind of conference call. I'm missing out on. I have one later today, I know that for sure. I have a sneaking suspicion I have another conference call today. Check my email. Somebody's just going to be mad at me, I'm sure. Alright, let's see. So we are looking at the EA 10K. There are reports that Amazon is going to acquire EA. Really interesting if they did. Probably a lot of issues legally if they tried to, though. Not just from antitrust, but also some other perspectives, like change of control would have to probably be an issue, I would think. $1982. I always like to keep track of when these companies were founded. Gives you a little bit of perspective on their relative success. Andrew Wilson, only 47. EA Lifer, it looks like. This guy's a Microsoft guy. You know, it's interesting, there's a Polish video game company that's publicly traded, CD Projekt. I gotta include them in my analyses. Let's see if they actually are traded on Interactive Brokers. Let's see, CD Projekt. Yeah, looks like it. The Warsaw Stock Exchange. Cool. Probably would have to get live data, but they made this game that got into a lot of trouble, I guess. They had The Witcher, and then they also made Cyberpunk 2079 or some shit like that, and that didn't go so great. That was really bad. Ended up being a big disaster, so you gotta see if they let's see, that's 8.5 billion, but I think that's Polish zloty. So I don't know what the zloty exchange rate is. Let's see. Zloty USD. It's 5. Looks like 5 to 1. Roughly. So around 2 billion market cap. Yeah, CD Projekt is the cyberpunk company. Yeah. Anyway. International 57%. Wow. Shows you like EA is just like a soccer company now, basically. Soccer and Madden. That's it. $33 billion just for 2 games. I thought they would have had a broader franchise, but they really don't. So... But listen, they're making it work. I mean, these numbers don't lie. Pretty impressive. It's interesting. Live services, extra content, they actually break that out. That's really neat. Football. Okay, it's football. Fine. It's not soccer. I know. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. By Benzo, you do sell the same game every year. It's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet business model if you can get it. So let's see, this was $49.88, I think, 4016, 3650, and this was, of that, most of that was extra content, which I guess are these players you buy? I have to try this out for FIFA myself. Is there FIFA on the computer? I'd rather play it on Xbox, but I also want to stream it. I should probably buy it on both just in case. Waste of money, but we can afford it. There's FIFA 22. Oh, and there's FIFA 23. So that's coming out in October. So add this to my wish list, and then I'll buy this a little later before I show you guys my credit card number again. Look at this guy. All right. Digital full game downloads. Packaged goods. Oh, so packaged goods is falling, or was falling. Netflix. Maybe Netflix will buy EA. That'd be a good deal. Alphabet, Meta, Microsoft, and Netflix are all trying to do video games. We have Take-Two and Blizzard, or Activision, I should say. Free to play. Well, we'll see if EA can manage this transition. All right, net bookings. I have breakfast sitting here somewhere. I should probably eat that. So Playdemic, Glue Mobile, looking at the interactive entertainment industry. Specifically EA, on rumors that Amazon is going to acquire EA, but those rumors have been dashed. Nevertheless, it makes you curious if EA is either in play. Private equity could buy EA, I think, given the... It'd be a very big deal for private equity, but it would still be doable at 38 billion. Private equity, 50 billion is kind of where private equity tops out, but you never know. Private equity's got a lot of capital. So this is full game. So maybe put these in the wrong column. So 1282 and 711. There we go. And we maybe add these two. Cool. We did it. We did it, Trashy. We did it. I like making money when the market's down. That's my favorite thing. Thank you, Sega, and some of my other shorts are performing well. Even my longs are holding up pretty good. Let's see, though. You're saying private equity is buying Ubisoft? Ubisoft sucks so much. Nobody's buying Ubisoft. I got out of my short, but Just give me a moment, everyone. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Yeah, I think most of my calls and stuff like that are for next week. Just making sure though. The problem with these French companies is you can't fire anybody. It's 100 million degrees in here. Oof. I just got out of prison, so I don't have anything set up. I have to live in a place I don't want to live in, all kinds of stuff. So it all ends on September 14th. You can't like easily move when you're on this ankle bracelet. It's not like you can just decide where you live. I don't have a lot of Toyota shares. This is in Japanese yen, so that's Japanese yen, so that's pretty small position in US dollars. Same thing here in Hong Kong dollars. You guys want to see the ankle bracelet? Yeah, Take Two Zynga deal was probably not so good. Alright, so we got EA's financial statements. Some more MD&A, I guess? Or is this like accounting details? Notes to the financial statements usually. Hedging, things like this. Acquisitions. Wow, PC's killing it for them. And mobile, but PC especially. Surprising. Because they don't want to neglect PCs anymore. Should probably get North America versus international. Well, both are growing. No, I have no plans to leave the United States. I thought this was America. But I thought this was America. Oh, they're... Cool. Sweet. Probably should listen to the EA quarterly conference call, but I probably will learn more from just playing FIFA. Should I play some FIFA? Would that be fun? I don't know anything about football though, so I think I'm going to be prejudicial. football. My dad is from Europe, so even he doesn't like football that much, really. But I know a lot of Europeans that like it, and Americans. It was like a trendy thing to do in America for a while, is to be like, oh, Man U and Liverpool and da da da. Like, it's almost like, I don't know. Not my jam, really. Look at that. Crazy revenue increase. Really, just based on a really weird comp. They must have not released any games or something that quarter. And why would you release during, maybe, I mean, during COVID, you kind of do want to release games, right? People are inside, they got nothing else to do. Just bizarre. Alright. Q2 done. Let's do this cash flow thing. And let's get out of here. Cool. And we probably want to grab some more data. Okay. Interesting. All right. Oh, yeah, net bookings. This is a trailing 12-month basis, maybe. Very lumpy. You could see the seasonality in cash flow. Q3 is higher than Q2 is higher than Q1. Not much CapEx in this business. It's just making software. Doesn't require any real special equipment or anything. Just people's brains, artists, really. That's why it's Electronic Arts. Great. All right, we're going to go back to the 10K and drill down a little harder. Got to go to the financial section first, of course. We didn't get some of this quarterly data from the last quarter, so we do have to go back. We do have the balance sheet though. Already put that in. So we could just go to the cash flow statement. Thankfully they're giving us 3 years to work with. And you can see they collect a lot of cash in Q4. I'm assuming GameStop is actually a pretty big customer for EA, but with the digital stuff, it's part of the value is transition to digital. Oops. Dividend. ESOP. Cool. So I guess we can sort of think of this as, it's kind of remarkable how much higher cash flow from operations is over net income. And we could call this free cash flow. We probably want to go back a little bit and see what this free cash flow trend is. Yeah, let's do that. Hello? Hello? Grid refreshed, but where is it? I'm disappointed. Alright, let's go back to here. Okay, 1797, 1547, 1692. Yeah, this is like perfect for private equity. Very stable, dependable cash flows, good franchises, low growth. Let's go back even a little further. They had product and service for a while. Interesting, huh? Well, they've definitely been able to expand the business successfully. Against all odds. Let's look at the CAGR of cash flow. It looks like cash flow will be up for 2023. Rate N per is 6. 4% annual cash flow increases. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of waste in the business necessarily. Doesn't seem like a standout attractive investment, at least at first blush. They have quite a bit of momentum. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's that special. Let's just get rid of it.
Autofilled.
That's the thing about investing. You could spend 3 hours, 2 hours working on a stock, and 90% of the time it's not that useful, not that valuable. So that's kissing a lot of frogs. It's a little like dating, You've got to kiss a lot of frogs. Eventually you find the prince or princess, depending on your perspective. Maybe there's a gender neutral. Is there a gender neutral prince? Alright guys, I'll talk to you soon. I'll be right back.